In Mozambique, several leaders from South African states are meeting today to develop a military plan to battle Islamist insurgents in the country. The conflict is already taking a massive toll, with nearly 700,000 people displaced as a result of the violence. Our partners from the BBC tell us more.
These waterways off the coast of Mozambique are the latest front line in the country's Islamist insurgency. Paradise Islands, once popular with foreign tourists, now offer shelter to thousands displaced by the fighting. But the Islamist threat gets closer by the day. Insurgents are attacking fishing boats and raiding villages for food. We are the first international journalists to reach Carimba Island. Aswata Mede and his wife Atija Salimo are expecting their first child. They escaped the coastal town of Palma, where the insurgents carried out their last big attack.
There were many decapitated bodies everywhere, in the streets and in the bush. There was a terrible smell. Buildings and banks were burnt down. It was just terror.
Mama Stufo arrived here with her 3 children, but her unborn son died when she went into labor on a boat out at sea.
I went into labor on the way. There was no help during the delivery. I lost my baby because it was a premature baby. He had health complications just after he was born.
It's 2 months since the big attack on Palma. And every day, people are still coming here, having traveled across the region. This is a population constantly on the move, trying to find safety. Islamist insurgents have waged a brutal war on the people of Cabo Delgado for 4 years. Their most spectacular attack was in Palma, just miles away from a lucrative gas project run by the French energy giant Total. The company has pulled out all of its staff. Aid organizations believe up to 20,000 people are still trapped near the plant. Volunteers have delivered some donations, but the government has blocked aid agencies from reaching them, saying it's too dangerous. Security forces are also blocking people from leaving. A military source told the BBC they think the insurgents have infiltrated the crowds. But we spoke to survivors who said they had no choice but to bribe their way onto military evacuation flights out of Palma.
Once we paid up, they then made a list of those who had paid, and we went on board.
My husband is there, as he doesn't have the means to come here. He gave me the $80 to save me with the children.
We put these bribery allegations to Mozambique's Ministry of Defense, but have not received a response. The challenges across the Cabo Delgado region continue to grow. There are 3 times more displaced people now than there were a year ago. And now the government is accused of stopping help from getting to some of them. Catherine Byaruhanga, BBC News, Northern Mozambique.